Good morning and welcome to the Mike Show. Actually, it's good afternoon and welcome to the Mike Show for Monday, June 8, 2026. 70 degrees at 2:29 p.m. and I am your host, Bob Kamal, and I'm a sinner. And I'm powerless and my life is unmanageable. Humility and gratitude are the keys to life. It's always today, it's always now. My life is not my own. My will not be done. There's no reality but God, and the only thing we have to do is die. So, how are we going to live today? How are we going to live today, Gracie? And I hope and pray I can live from my heart a life based on faith and not fear. Oh boy, we're running late today, folks. And didn't get out of bed till 8 o'clock. I was up till way too late watching movies last night. Fell asleep out here, and then in the pre-dawn moved over to Audie's bed in the living room, and everybody was trying to wake me up at around 6 o'clock. Which they did, but I just didn't get out of bed. And then I heard the school bus come by, and I said, you know what, it's 8 o'clock. You better get moving. So we let everyone out and went and had coffee and wake-up time outside. The girls were pretty good about sticking around. Else went out, Max went out, all the girls. And what happened after that? We regrouped and got them all in here for their morning treat. I did the usual domestics, cleaning noogie boxes and washing dishes that accumulated in the course of the evening, snacking, and got a kettlebell workout in, did some accounting, la-di-da-di-da, the usuals. So anyway, yesterday's thumbnail was a shot of a cat named Keith Richard, and that was from 2015. And ironically, I started listening to music by the Rolling Stones and particularly Keith Richards that year. And my brother John got me into the Stones many, many years ago when we were in junior high. He was like in 9th grade and I was in 7th grade. And anyway, I quit listening to rock music and everything when I quit drinking many years ago, and I'd listen to instrumental music and jazz and things like that. But mostly the music I liked to listen to was birds singing and the wind blowing through the trees and things like that, waves crashing on the shore. But for whatever reason, that summer I started listening to music again, and then the September of that year, right before the end of summer, my brother John took his own life, and I don't know, I just felt some kind of connection between that and that, you know, something cosmic or whatever. But anyway, Keith, back to the cat. He was such a beautiful little kitty. He was a nice kitty. I know we had 7 other ones, at least at the time. We had Stuart, Blackie was gone. We had Stuart, Sage, Elsie, Max, Mikey, Chloe, and Joseph. And I don't know if there was another one in there somewhere or not in 15. But I look at pictures of that little guy, the few that we have of him, and he was a handsome little guy, and I don't ever remember him getting into any fights with anyone. And he'd just come around, he'd get a bite to eat, and he'd take off. And I almost think that was the year no, that wasn't Joseph. Anyway, so I named the cat Keith Richards, and he was a pretty boy, and I wish maybe we would have adopted him, but maybe he didn't want to be adopted. I can't remember if he was neutered or not. He might have just been here visiting, but anyway. Look at the wind blowing around out there. That spirea is all bloomed out to the max. The lilacs are still bloomed out and smelling very good. Wigelia's on the verge of budding out. And in a few short weeks, we're going to be smelling that flowering linden out there. And with that, we're going to take a little break. Welcome back. And I don't really mean that. And I didn't mean it when I said good afternoon either. Cooking a burger. I haven't had anything to eat today because I went on a total pig out last night, and I was even getting up in the middle of the night and eating things. Oh boy. So anyway, made some tuna salad earlier. Boiled some eggs to make some egg salad with, probably tomorrow for that. Going back to yesterday. Yesterday after coffee and wake up time, I hopped on, which bike? My Trek 950 and pedaled out to the culvert at Anderson Road. I hadn't been out there in about a month. The road is still closed. It's no longer flooded over, but it got washed out pretty bad where the culvert is, and I don't know if they're going to fix that or not. It survived a lot better than I thought it would, but I know it probably needs some major reworking. And I know a while ago a guy told me that works for the county that if that thing ever got washed out, they couldn't afford to redo it. And because now they'd have to put a bridge in there, which would, ridiculous amount of money. For over 100 years, a couple of pipes underneath the road drained everything off just fine. But now with all the new regulations and bullshit, he said it's going to cost them millions and millions for a bridge that they don't have the money for. So you never know. The governor might get some federal funding for because it was because of the flooding from the ice storm and excessive rain. So you never know, and excessive snow. Anyway, but we didn't do a whole lot yesterday. We did go outside with the cats a couple times. They were pretty good about sticking around. I did get out and go shooting yesterday too. And I couldn't hit this target for shit with my rifle that I could hit with my .22 revolver. So I thought, well, I looked at the sights and I'm like, man, that's way out of whack. So I adjusted it and started putting rounds on target. But then when I got home to clean the gun, I discovered the sight was cracked, and that's why it was so off, and I had to adjust it. And anyway, got that taken care of today. But yeah, we cleaned guns yesterday, now that I think about it. Read to the cats, the usuals. I think I did a crossword puzzle. Look at Mackie. Look at that good Mackie. Oh boy. Anyhow, watched the movie Kelly's Heroes. And I can't think of the other one we started watching after that. And we fell asleep after the second feature watching a Sherlock Holmes movie, and here we are. So, today I mentioned we made egg salad or tuna salad and made eggs. I just came back from hauling lawn clippings to the DPW. I've been to, where else did I go? Aldi to get cat food, went to Full Bore Firearms, and lo and behold, Jeff just happened to have a set of sights he took off someone else's rifle when they went with an optic, and he gave them to me, so that was cool. Working on getting another gun shipped out that needs repair. I got another one that's out being repaired right now, and he's working on another one for me. I haven't been having very good luck with firearms. I think I got 4 or maybe 5 of them that are needing various work on them. And he's got the ATF out of his hair, so he's able to get back to doing stuff for me and other people. But anyway. Oh, what else did we do today, Max? I already mentioned that I did the lawn. Who's that? It's Gracie. Gracie! Gracie! Oh, let's take a little break. Gracie, can you look at the camera? You are so beautiful, Pudge. You know that? You are so beautiful. I love you. You're a talker, aren't you? And I wish I could understand what you're saying. I wish I could understand what you're saying to me, because I know it's important. I know it's very important. And what's important to you is important to me. Hey, Beba girl. So anyway, I got to go flip my burger. And we're back again, and that Gracie's really, really got something to say to me. What's up, baby girl? You gonna give me kisses? How could you not love that little face right there? What are you doing, baby girl? What are you doing down there? There's Mackie. What are you trying to tell me, honey? What are you trying to tell me? Huh? Oh, she's a beautiful girl. We're sisters. Where are your sisters? Where's Tanta? Oh, Gracie. So anyway, I noticed that we got new neighbors moving in across the street, in neighbor Mitch's house, which before that was his grandfather's, and they were both excellent neighbors. Mitch reminded me a lot of his grandfather. And I still can't believe Jerry is gone. And I bet it's been probably 4 or 5 years now. It may even be longer than that. The time is just flying by. Before I know it, they'll be planting me in the ground. Or flushing me down the toilet. One thing or the other. Hey, baby girl. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, Beba. Oh, Beba. You can't hold still, can you? You just can't do it. You love your Uncle Max, too, don't you? I know you do. I know you do. Look at it. Oh, Beba. Beba. They all do that. They were weaned a little bit too young, and they all suckle. Ruthie and Chloe do it to me on my arm, which can be real annoying. But Gracie started doing it on her own little front leg. So anyway, I was talking about the neighbors. Yeah, Mitch's dad actually owns this house now, and oh baby, they screen people pretty good, so it looks like we should have a decent neighbor. You know, the guy's a professional. I think he's a lawyer. He might even be an attorney. The difference between an attorney and a lawyer is with an attorney, the bills are bigger because there's 3 syllables in the word instead of 2, and they charge for everything. Uh-oh, Coke's coming down. There's Coke. Come on, Coke. Ruthie in there with you? My burger is almost ready. No, apparently not. I don't know where Ruthie is. She might be upstairs. Anyway, we're going to take another little break. And we are back again, and it's too beautiful of a day to depress myself and get pissed off watching what passes for news, but I can't resist this one. It's hilarious. Not a riot, according to Mayor Brandon Johnson. Teens looted, 3 shot, 50 arrests, 5 cops hit, but Chicago mayor says it's not a mob. Well, yeah, I'd call it a riot and a mob when they're beating people and looting people and smashing their cars and smashing buildings and stores and fighting each other and hitting police officers and shooting each other. But that's not a mob and that's not rioting. And anyway, all you can do is laugh at it and be glad I don't live there. Oh boy, but coming soon to a Democratic run city near you. So anyway, we're back again, probably going to close. Just finished my burger. It was awesome. I got more yard work I could do out there. Probably going to go start trimming some dead branches off some of the bushes and shrubs. But I got to regroup first. Going back to what I said earlier, I love it. Teens looted, not teens, you know, we can't call them what they are. It's racist to point out facts. But everything's racist nowadays, according to some people, so. And I'm using that word people loosely with that bunch that thinks the way they do. Or I should say don't think. Something about the frontal cortex not being fully developed. But that's Whitey's fault too. Anyway, I forgot to mention I stopped at Save-A-Lot on the way home from the range yesterday and got myself an awesome watermelon, and it was delicious. I ate over half of it last night. Got to catch up with my former co-worker that I call Sister Karen, and she said some disconcerting things about this AI, you know, and it is evil. I mean, and we have been locked in a struggle of good versus evil, but it is totally the devil's work, I think, all this AI, and where we're headed with that, and why they're doing it, I don't know, but she brought up some things. She's normally pretty much happy-go-lucky and doesn't have too many concerns, but when she brought that up, you know, I knew it was something. But yeah, it's always good to see her and catch up with her. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to regroup now, and I may end up back at full bore to ship out a handgun that needs repairing, and I may wait till tomorrow to do that. But anyway, I think that's all we got. And I know there were other things I wanted to mention, but anyway, from the cold gray ashes and coals of my cold black heart, my broken, beaten, battered, bruised, bloody, burdened, empty, hollow, cracked, shattered, hopeless, forsaken, forlorn, bitter, angry, tired, resentful, twisted, convoluted, confused, grieving, happy, ungrateful soul, piss off, happy Monday, and thanks for not tuning in.